Welcome back to YHS on Monster Island. I am your co-host, Jacob Walsh, and I am here with my other better co-host,
better.
Jay Key.
No, we're just different, Jay.
No.
Nobody's better than the other. I'm excited because we are catching you right before you go on a big, nice, fancy trip.
Yep.
So we're excited that we're able to fit this in schedule.
It worked.
Yes. So
it worked out. Pumped. I'm going on a trip. I'm going to London for the first time. It's going to be fun. Leaving this weekend. So had to get an episode in before, even though I will go ahead and say for anybody listening or watching, going to be a light episode. Not a lot of news coming out. Me and Jay didn't watch anything. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to skip ahead. I want to tell you about this movie I watched because I just thought about it. Not really a kaiju movie, but I watched this movie. I've been seeing it go around online. It came out a couple years ago. It's called Crazy Tsunami.
Okay. I'm not aware of Crazy Tsunami.
I believe it's a Thai film.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it on YouTube in its entirety.
Love that.
Tsunami happens immediately. It's like the movie opens with a tsunami happening.
Yeah.
And the plot of the movie is that there were these people transporting a very large crocodile. The tsunami frees the crocodile. So the whole movie is just about a group of people trying to get away from a giant crocodile while flooding is happening.
Okay.
And it was very silly. There's like, it's dumb. It's as dumb as it sounds, but there is like a practical crocodile that they use for some shots.
Yeah.
It looks like maybe whoever made it did not look at the anatomy of a crocodile. But it was just one of those movies I was like, I'm just going to put this on. It will be fun while I'm scrolling or something. Not really kaiju, but it did have a giant dumb looking crocodile in it. So that's what I watched this week.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I thought of it. It's funny. Totally off topic. Well, not off topic. About crocodiles and alligators and crocodilians. But
yeah.
I thought of you. So my wonderful little daughter, she's 4. She goes to zoo school here in Fort Worth at the wonderful Fort Worth Zoo. And they're known for their Museum of Living Art, which is their big herpetarium. And they're the lead on the species survival plan for so many different reptiles.
Yeah.
But they have a awesome like Nile crocodile that sits out in front of the mola. Like when you're eating in the cafeteria, like you can look through the glass and see it. They have gharials on the other side, but way in the back at the Texas exhibit where they have a lot of Texas wildlife, they have an original inhabitant of the zoo. He's 87, 88 years old, Dan the alligator.
Wow.
And yeah, so. But it's funny, they talk about it, and my daughter comes home from zoo school, and they were studying, I think they were doing like the swamp, the food chain in the swamp. So the alligator was obviously on the kind of the end of that. And she comes in and she's like, Daddy, did you know alligators are really nice creatures, but crocodiles are very mean? And I was like, that is like, Jacob Wall should be so happy because you always say like,
good job,
the misunderstood alligator. And I was like, yes, I learned that.
I love that. That's awesome.
But,
tell her
but there's no tsunami. But no tsunami in Fort Worth. She did not have to
navigate
through that.
I don't think a tsunami. I think it would have to be a pretty big tsunami to reach Texas.
Other parts of Texas.
Jay, it would have to be a crazy tsunami.
I love it. it. There's our next movie.
Anyway, yeah, cool. I just want to tell you about that movie. It was fun.
Hey, I watched some stuff. I did, even though we didn't. Yeah,
let's do it. We're gonna. Listen. We're no. I don't care about format this week. I don't know if that messes with your brain.
Just raise my hand
to do the format. We're just gonna go right into it. So, what did you watch?
So, I have something I've been watching, but also like 2 things that I'm about to be watching. By the time this airs, definitely one of them. The other one will be next week, but I'm really excited about, and they are on brand. But the first thing, so I saw, and I kind of overlooked and totally forgot about season 3 of the Ultraman Netflix anime dropping. And so like I'm going back.
That too.
Yeah. And so I went back and rewatched season 1 and 2, like literally over 2 nights. Like I just zoomed through it, and I'm going to probably finish off season 3 this week. Just to like, cause it's the final season of it. Yeah. And I forgot, I actually really did like season 1 a lot, and on the rewatch, and it's been a while. I still do. I liked it a lot. I think they did some really cool stuff. Season 2, I think I liked it a lot less on this viewing. I just felt it was just so, because it's only 6 episodes and the first one was like 13 or something. They just crunched it in, and it just feels like one episode that probably could have been told in an hour, not, however many minutes it ended up being in totality. But I forgot like all the stuff that they did with some of the very like popular and known kaiju and seijin from the series. And I get that it's based on a manga, and I haven't read that, but I'm just trying to associate it with the TV shows. And I thought some of the stuff was really cool. The animation is a little wonky. I know that was a big critique of it, but that doesn't bother me as much because I'm not a anime junkie. But I really did like that first season. I think it's really good.
Well, I remember I have not seen season 2, and I think I remember I watched season 1. I watched all of it, and I think I liked it, but there were I wanted more monsters and more aliens and less Ultramen fighting each other, and that kind of took me out of it a little bit. I know that the show is supposed to be, is it not supposed to be canon with like the original Ultraman show?
Yeah, it
is, but it's got like weird, aren't there some things that kind of go against?
So it's all based like that how it happened as is, and then it's like fast forward to like present day. But the cool thing is you get like a Shin Hayata, he's there, but you also get Dan Moribushi, Ultra 7, but they're totally different than they were in this series. It's like it's kind of like the Ultraman picks up from where that left off for the most part. Like the broad strokes of it, right? It doesn't get down into like the nitty gritty, but like Ide from the SSSP is there. But everything after that, all the other Ultra series are kind of irrelevant. They reintroduce Ultra 7, they reintroduce Ultraman, Jack and Ace and Taro, and I don't know if I'm missing one. So like those are like new, they have new ways that they get brought into the franchise. Okay. But it does like say like the 66 Ultraman quote unquote did exist.
I just remember it is like a little confusing to me to be like, hey, this happened, this is in the continuity, but let's change everything. You know what I mean? I was like, because it was weird to me how like they're not like giant most of the time,
at all.
Oh, it's not. There's not. I'm like, that's like a main thing. Why is that not? Why did we just get rid of that? And those kind of things confuse me a little bit. And I think that was part of the reason when season 2 came out, I just didn't watch. I just forgot. I was like, I'll watch it at some point, knowing it's only 6 episodes though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go jump in because I was scrolling through Netflix and saw that season 3 was there, and I was just like, oh fuck, I need to get back on this. So
we should probably ask John your Kaba, but I've heard the manga that this anime series was like loosely based on. I know that they made a lot of changes to it. Was really good. Like it was like much beloved and well received. But
I saw the I was in my Books A Million just kind of browsing, and there is a re-release of the Kamen Rider manga, and it's a re-release of the original manga. It's big, thick. I don't know how much there was, so I don't know how much it is of the original, but I mean it was like this big.
Yeah,
and it was perfect timing. It was just a re-release of some of the originals, and I flipped through it. The art is awesome. All the creatures look really cool in the style that they're drawn in, and I did not pick it up, but it's one of those things where I didn't pick it up. I'm like, I should have bought that. So I probably will pick it up, but that sounds cool. Did you what else you got? You watched?
So that's a good. I mean, like next week is Shin Kamen Rider. I'll be going to see that at the theater on the 31st. So I'm excited about that. Oh my
god, that's gonna happen while I'm in London.
Yeah. But the other one, I think you'll dig this. So, and I'll tie this in actually, like with the event we're running, Kaiju Go. So the location that we're running Kaiju Go at, it's this renovated theater that been around since the 1920s and it's been renovated and destroyed and saved and all that good stuff. But they have in Texas, this week is John Wayne week. And I'll tie this back to Kaiju, I promise. They have like a big John Wayne museum down in the Fort Worth Stockyards and stuff. And our theater's based down there. And one of the night tomorrow, so that'll be Thursday night, they're having Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. Almost said the Golden Voyage of Sinbad. Because the star is Patrick Wayne. He plays Sinbad, he's one of the sons of John Wayne. And so I am really excited about that. He's going to be there at the venue. So I'm going to go tomorrow. He's 83 years old, flying in from Phoenix. Yeah, he's going to be there. And I'm going to be there. I'm taking my parents because my parents love the Sinbad movies, and they are the ones that turned me on to Sinbad when I was little. And we're going to go, and we're going to be at this old vintage theater that, like I said, that we're going to be doing Kaiju Go at when we show Mothra versus Godzilla and Godzilla versus Megalon, and watch Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger starring Patrick Wayne, and Patrick Wayne's going to be there. So I'm really excited about that because anytime you get to see those movies on the big screen, it's cool. But also to be able to see him there, it'll be pretty neat. So I'm excited about that tomorrow.
Yeah, that's going to be really, man, I'm jealous of that. That sounds hey, I'll be at work tomorrow.
I have that too. But I was hoping that there'll be a good turnout, so they might show eventually, like, have a double feature night where they show Seventh Voyage and Golden Voyage, the better ones. But I like Eye of the Tiger too. But that would be amazing too. Or maybe I just got to do an event there to do a Sinbad.
Yeah,
event, maybe.
After Kaiju. After the Kaiju one, just do a Sinbad one. So
we know Patrick Wayne could come in for Eye of the Tiger. So anyway, so I'm going to be doing that. So between that and Kamen Rider, I'm really excited. And finishing Ultraman anime on Netflix, I'm really excited about content I'll be absorbing.
You got a really good week in Kaiju happening. That's awesome, dude. I love that. But
hey, real quick though, on Kaiju Go, unrelated to the movies, we've been like releasing announcements periodically. I mean, the show's not until the end of August, but we had one that ties into the extended YHS family recently. So we're having a special, like in between the two films, we're having a special guest interview with what we released as was one artist. There's actually going to be two. More on that in a second. But the first one that we released is friend of YHS. I know a good buddy of the crew, and I've had the pleasure of meeting him. He's an amazing artist, the great John Yerkeba, who's done work for Transformers, Beast Wars, and Ninja Turtles for IDW, but also he's done the covers for Godzilla, Monsters, and Protectors, All Hail the King. And he's going to be there to do a little like Q&A and interview in between the films, hopefully sign some copies, shake some hands, kiss some babies. But it'll be cool for people to meet him. He's coming in from Arizona. And then hopefully by the time that we podcast again in a couple of weeks, I'll be able to announce our other guest with John, who is also gigantic in the kaiju community.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. And we're really, really excited about it. And those guys will be teaming up for this little interview, but things are going great. If anybody that's listening that's in the area wants to come on down, it's going to be a great time, great vendors, great films. And now we can say awesome artists.
Both guests.
And the other thing, Jake, I didn't even mention from an artist standpoint, because I know you're an artist, you appreciate it. In our vendor room, not as one of our guests, just there because he's working on some cool vinyl designer toys that are kaiju themed. But David DeGrand, who's done stuff for The Simpsons and SpongeBob and Uncle Grandpa, all this stuff, he's going to be there just hanging out in the vendor room, selling some stuff and talking kaiju. So we're going to have some art royalty across the board there in our little event in Fort Worth on the 26th of August.
That's going to be a good event, man. Yeah. I'm really bummed I can't make it out to that. It's going to be such a fun show. I can't believe John, like the fact that John's going, like, we love John. He's a good friend of ours. Like, I love that one of my friends who was already a good friend of mine kind of like is now in the kaiju world. You know what I mean?
I know.
John has been able to, jump into the kaiju world. That's really cool. That's going to be a good event, dude.
I hope my hope for him, and maybe we can talk about it. It'll manifest because like, secretly we wanted him to do something with Godzilla, and he did, and Ninja Turtles, and he did. And I know Transformers, that's right in your alley.
He did some Transformers,
But maybe the Ultraman and Tokusatsu and Kamen Rider and all that stuff that's now coming out, that maybe he can do something there because he is a huge.
He loves that
Ultraman.
Stuff,
he's a Tokusatsu guy. So I hope he gets some work on that because I'd love to have him down for like a Tokusatsu event. That would be amazing. Or
we need to get it. We should bring John on the show.
Yeah, we need to
sometime in the next couple of episodes. Try to get him on it. Just have a conversation.
We'll make him watch War of the God Monsters and Space Monster Wong Magui.
I don't know if you've ever had a conversation with John, but one thing I'll tell you about John is like he loves to talk, and that's
Oh,
not a bad thing. John, you ask John one question, he's going to talk about it for an hour.
Yeah.
We're not going to have room to do a what did you watch when we bring John on. Where it's just going to be a whole episode where we're just interviewing John. We'll ask him 2 questions and we'll get an hour and a half out of him. It's gonna be good.
That's my one worry is this interview, which is pretty short. John and the artist to be named later are both talkers, and in the best way possible. So I'm like,
we'll have watch.
Oh, yeah,
John, you're done.
John, unfortunately, you and unknown artist only get yes or no questions. Close-ended questions. No, we would not do that. No. That's what makes them great and wonderful, and we know that they love the subject matter and how passionate they are because they can talk forever on it.
Yep.